The Charger drive about to get going. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
Flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Successive penalties have them looking now at a 1st and 20. They'll try the middle with Garindo. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. There you have it, another challenge and another victory. Now remember, you can always replay challenges if you left any stars on the table. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time we saw them go for it in kind of an unusual situation. It's not like it's a fourth quarter do or die. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Terry McLaurin, 55 yards.
And the Chargers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Nice job there getting the win. Next up, another challenge, of course. Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They start the drive with Cook.
They'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Second down and 6 now.
On play action, Allen. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up third down.
One of the league's best linebackers. He ended that play almost before it began. And the running back, absolutely overmatched no matter what he tried to do.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Throwing is Allen on third. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the first down. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now fourth down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down and close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Well done. You've defeated this ultimate challenge. Now, if there are stars still available, you can always replay the challenge again. Otherwise, it's time to move on to the next one. The Charger drive about to get going. They will throw on first down with Stewart. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. Third quarter of a 2-point game. A good one so far. Here's 2nd and 10. Now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Steelers. Well, you came up short in this one, but no worries. Select replay challenge and go get that win. And the offense readies for a first down and 10. Throwing now, Stewart. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
A great job there, and that old cliche, taking what the defense gives you, comes right into play. Nothing too out of the ordinary about the throw. Just a little dump off over the middle. But what is out of the ordinary is what he did with it after the catch. Not only did he grab the ball, but how about the significant yardage he picked up after he pulled it in?
And I don't quite know what's happening here. It's a first down, but the field goal team is out onto the field. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. Congratulations on yet another victory. Now, you can go right to the next challenge if there's another one available, or return to challenges to receive your reward. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth quarter deficit. Now, this series could very well determine our outcome. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Grover Stewart getting in there for the sack.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Mayfield looks to throw. He completes it to Evans. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Quarter down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. Throwing, Mayfield. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete.
Got to avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long.
He finds his target. It's Evans.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Plenty of time to work with here, but the timeouts, they're gone. Here's 1st and 10.
And his throw is incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath. and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Now Mayfield. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Here now, 3rd down. Mayfield to throw. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
Picked off by Mike Hughes.
Down the sideline he goes.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Nicely done. Another one up, another one down. Keep grinding and keep racking up those wins.
Here's Garendo on 1st down.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Another try for Garendo.
And down inside the 15 he goes.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Handoff here, Garendo.
Shouting through the defense. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
Point after, right down the middle. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages, as a field goal now can only tie it. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. Here comes Mahomes and the Chiefs. Down 31-28. A little over 50 seconds remaining. They need, at minimum, 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. Mahomes throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. The clock stopped. 50 seconds to play. 2nd and 10. Mahomes will throw. He'll check this one down to Pacheco.
And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Mahomes to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. Mahomes finding Kelsey.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Mahomes. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
One final try for Mahomes. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. And that'll just about do it for us in this one. You've notched another win, and the next challenge awaits. Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And we are underway in Southern California. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Stewart sets to throw. Oh, it's tipped, but he still makes the adjustment. And right away, he lost the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. Stewart. And it's complete to Antonio Gates. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a 1st down for L.A. Here's Stewart to throw it. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. Touchdown, L.A. Antonio Gates, 38 yards. And the Chargers need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. Let's make no bones about it. On paper, they're the better team. They're at home. That's a strong opening drive.
And just think how many times we've seen this type of a matchup. Just what you said, better team at home should steamroll them. And we've seen it go the other way. Sometimes, though, they buy into it and understand we are the better team. Let's go out and prove it right now.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by a former Pro Bowl quarterback out of the University of Georgia, Matthew Stafford.
And Matthew Stafford was taken 1st overall in the 2009 draft, and he certainly played like a top pick. Throughout his career, he's been one of the most prolific passers in the league, and there's no reason to believe he's going to slow down his production anytime soon. Not only that, he's also one of the tougher quarterbacks in the league as well.
Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line.
A first run now for Kyren Williams.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Again, it's Williams. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
throwing on third down. Stafford.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted.
Deion Sanders, the Hall of Famer, with a pick. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Well, certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then they don't come down with the football.
And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
On the give, it's Garindo.
And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on 1st and goal.
Here's Garindo.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown.
Isaac Garindo.
A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Chargers have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. Is this a touchdown? That's the question. CD, what are they looking for here?
You just need any part of the football to break the plane. You don't need the whole football. It doesn't need to go over the entire white line. It's just that front part of the white line. And if you draw an imaginary plane going straight up, that's what they need to cross.
So take away the touchdown. The officials rule he did not get the football to break the plane. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. A run now for the rookie out of Georgia.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Chargers go up by 2 touchdowns. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 14-0. 5 plays there on that drive. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line.
The Rams offense ready for their drive here against their L.A. brethren. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Nothing the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
Here's Stafford. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Throwing is Stafford.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Rams first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Throwing again is Stafford.
That's caught. Puka Nacua.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 4.
To throw is Stafford.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted.
And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily. I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
And they'll accept that penalty.
calls right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
Down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
And that flag accepted.
Well, perhaps the center has a little stage fright here. Let's see if he can do better this time. It's now 1st and 30. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Antonio Gates with his second touchdown here in this first half.
And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. CD, that's his second touchdown already. And how about this offense? 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
An absolute total team effort right now. And let's face it, I don't think he's done. We're still in the first half. There's a lot of time left to go. I don't know what they're going to do on the other side trying to slow him down. But right now, he's feeling it.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. 1-play drive and into the end zone for 6.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line. L.A. readies for its next possession.
And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively. It's second down.
So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw, it's complete into the hands of Higbee.
And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
Stiff-armed him. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10.
Now the L.A. offense ready for this next possession. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. 1 play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
Give him 30 yards there.
What a game he's having. They've not been able to stop him or even slow him down. He's got 2 touchdowns already. That could have been a third. He's got the secondary coach asking people.
And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Reaching up for it, and he's got it. Antonio Gates on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Chargers are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Well, partner, I mean, if anybody was still questioning whether or not he had an NFL caliber arm, I think you can toss that right out the window. That was a heck of a throw right there.
I would agree totally. Question it no more. This rookie, big-time throw right there. Great poise, stepped up, trusted he could lay it in there perfectly, and he knew that his guy was going to make the catch on the other end. Nice collaboration.
Point after try forthcoming. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The Rams going to take over late in this first half. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half. Stafford on first down. That's caught. It's DeMarcus Robinson. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Stafford. On Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted. Still going inside the 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Well, you start to feel sorry now for the young man throwing the football. This is really turning into a disaster.
Listen, it's baptism. All right, this is almost a rite of passage. This young in the league, go back and find a Hall of Fame quarterback and check their records for their first 2 years, especially if they started the bulk of the games. I bet you'll find double-digit interceptions on just about every one of them. They have to learn as they go along.
Extra point splits the uprights, and a rout is on here in this first half. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Now the Rams about to go on offense one final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Stafford here coming off his pick 6. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Stafford. That to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Well, the incompletions on first and second down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on third down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. This time they stay on the ground, and this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Okay, Brandon, back to you guys in just a moment, but welcome everyone to our Creative Village studios in the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And good coverage defensively. They wouldn't let him get ahead of steam going, and he'll be brought down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10.
At their own 15. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Third quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10.
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
We're just looking at the scoreboard and where we're at in the third quarter. I don't know that it's going to matter much at this point, CD, but these small runs on the ground, they're not going to get it done.
No, they're not. And right now, the guys stopping the run have been superior in this ball game, giving them no openings, no seams, and now they've got this game well in hand.
Now it's Stafford. And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, L.A. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Attempt now from 5 yards further back. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. L.A. set to take over again on offense.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
A running play on first down will get 4 up to the 29. This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But we're still in the third quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally. That's what they'll have to do. They do need to run it occasionally to take a few hits off the quarterback, because right now, you just know those pass rushers are fired up to get after it.
Back to throw, Stafford.
And that went to the right side and incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at them that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together, as that brings up another fourth down.
Fielded just inside the 30.
Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards.
And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Now a dump off here complete. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
The partner is still in the third quarter, but they've got this one well in hand and still airing it out with gusto and picking up some nice gains.
And even in lopsided games like this, you don't really see starters get lifted or the foot come off the gas before the fourth quarter. No one wants to leave any doubt when they're playing well. They just want to continue the process.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Looking to throw. Stewart. And it's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Antonio Gates. A 20-yard touchdown.
And the Chargers have got it on cruise control. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Extra point attempt to come here. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
And the Rams now coming out on the field.
The disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook. The bottom line is don't quit competing.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Final minute now of the third quarter.
Williams going to get it again on second down.
He takes this for 3 to the 29.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Stafford now to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Oh, I think there was a little too much heat on that one. He's trying to hit his running back out of the backfield. Normally you want to get the ball to them in stride. But here, this one's coming in hot. And it tips off his hands and into the arms of the defender.
19 Tiger.
On the ground, here's Garindo.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Let's go now. 60 Eagles. There you go.
On second down, a run with Garindo.
And he's going to get this one all the way down to the Rams' 8. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports.
Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Now it's Garindo.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Now the Rams offense getting the football back.
And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
So the completion good for just 3. And it's 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Second time in this game, Charles, the ball is squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It's taken to the 26. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. So out come the Chargers. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on 1st down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
Again, it's Guerrero. And fights through one man. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. 65 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
From the 41, this is 2nd and a yard. They'll run with Guerrero. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
11 yards there, just like last play. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drives 7 plays in length and a 9-yard run on the end of it. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. The Rams offense ready for their drive here against their L.A. brethren. I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
Maybe get any type of points on the board. It'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while. But everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
So this one's over. It's in the win column for the L.A. Chargers. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, Offer a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory.
So that'll do it from here for Charles Davis and the rest of our crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com/Madden. With that, we say so long from Southern California.